Walk-ons in Trussville, Alabama. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars. I have right next to me the head coach, Stuart Floyd, as well as our players of the week, Kamar Robinson and Stephen Garrett. But before we get into everything, one of the things you guys noticed right off the bat is our wonderful Cougar band was out here. Let's give them a big round of applause. They do a great job week in and week out, rain or shine. And we got a real treat for you as well, as we'll be hearing from our cheerleaders as well. So we're Big Clay, and Big Clay means our cheerleaders, our band members, our color guard, our dance trainers, you name it. It takes a lot to make Big Clay go, and they are very much a part of it, just as our football players are. So we want to make sure that we show them the love and respect that they deserve. And we're going to be doing things a little bit out of order tonight. That is A-OK, because, hey, sometimes you got to change the play depending on the game, and that's what we do.
Hot route.
So, Coach, how you feeling after win number 4?
Feel pretty good.
How do you see that as the importance of it, and how do you get the kids out there?
Well, the kids operate, we operate on a system where, first of all, music is the foundation of it. That we want the band first to sound good, and then we add the entertainment factor, and the kids have fun producing the music and having fun with the other art aspect we put to it, the dances and things of that nature that go along with it, so that they have fun. The crowd that sees them enjoys what they see. So then, when I first got to Clay, people were thinking I was going to do change the band a certain way, but I was the assistant, so I had to be play my role as the assistant. But then when I got the chance to become the head director, I was going to do a slow turn, but then Michael Lee, who was the principal at that time, said, no, change it now. And I said, okay, no, we'll change it now then. Okay.
Well, I could tell you this much. I see him dancing in the stands, so hey, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Now I'm going to jump to Mr. Xavier over here, senior trombonist.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been playing for Clay?
I've been playing for Clay since 6th grade, so 6 years I've been in the system. Pretty much embraced the Clay system, and I love Clay. It is a very nice school, and I love this band program. I put a lot of effort and work into it. I still strive for it till this day. I meet it on the field, and I meet it in the classroom, because a lot of people don't get to understand the transition from the field to the classroom. You have to be good in the classroom to do good in the field.
How do you communicate that to those girls that it's not about living up to the boys football legacy, but living up to their own?
So I'm a Clay alumni myself, so I understand how important being a Clay kid, being a Clay person that plays sports is. So I try to instill that to their kids to understand that wearing that CC across your chest or wearing Cougars across your chest, you should have pride in that and be able to excel in what you want to do. Don't think about the football team. Just think about you, worry about yourself, and go out there and play.
When you see that legacy, what does that mean to you as a player and being at Clay Chalk?
It's just a standard. It's the Clay Chopper standard that you got to maintain and pick up on it every week. You got to be on your game every week, because it's other people looking back at you and looking back at their craft, what they did.
So what is it like making the cheer?
We just try to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses and just come together and do motions that we know we all have together.
Yes, and if someone needs extra help, we're always here to help them.
And now, don't feel on the spot. How is your cheer coach involved in that process?
She helps when she needs to, but sometimes she don't have to help because we got it by ourselves. If we come together as a team, we got it.
So you guys have got it together. So life for the cheer coach is easy then. And cheer coach, I see that surprise out there. Look, cheer coach is like, huh? So that's okay. So tell me this, competitions. I want to hear from each of you. What is it like working with Coach B?
It's amazing. He comes to you from a player spectator point. Like, he give it to you as if he already played what he did, and it's simple to understand.
Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-On's way.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick-style burgers from Milo's.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, Cold Spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
swallow him up. Colton McIntyre with the sack for the Cougars. Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Big Clay Coaches Show right here from Walk-Ons located in Trussville, Alabama. As always, I've got right next to me on my left head coach Stuart Floyd. We hope you guys have had a great week as well as a bye week, Coach. You guys had a chance for a little R&R?
No.
I didn't think so because I never know Clay. It's the days off. NDO.
Yeah.
That's the motto there, all day, every day, the Cougar way. But did you get to spend a little time with family a little bit, kind of take a day to breathe, maybe get the grass cut or something?
I did cut the grass.
Okay, that'll keep you out of trouble with the wife.
Yeah.
They get the honey-do list down?
I don't have many lists.
You don't have a list?
No.
You ain't been married long enough,
No,
brother.
I've been married plenty.
Well, I can tell you, I don't know if I'll ever catch up with mine, but I think she's good with that.
Yeah.
So, well, fans, we're glad you're back with us. A lot of big things are coming up. I'm going to take a quick dip into 6AR6 and what's going on at about the midway point of the season. Right now, and it's, because Oxford has played more region games than we have, They sit atop the region at 3-0, 5-0 overall. They defeated Mountain Brook in a thriller, 29-28, as they had to come back to win that game. Of course, we had our bye week. Pell City defeated Huffman 55-7. Shades Valley defeated Pinson Valley in another nail-biter, 25-19. So a lot of region activity. And, of course, with the Yellow Jackets sitting atop the region right now simply because they've played more games to this point. So, Coach, we had a bye week. What is your approach when, you have an off week? A lot of people see that as, potentially a time to kind of drop off a little bit because the energy is not as up with going week in and week out. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think we, the first thing you want to do is to go back and self-scout yourself, see where there may be any kind of, heavy tendencies, and then figure out ways to kind of break those tendencies, maybe on offense or defense. There's just a lot of, house cleaning that we're doing, internally. You work on guys' highlight films during that week. And so it's just a good time to kind of catch your breath for a second. But honestly, during the week, we went best on best every day that we practiced and got after it pretty good.
And that's great to hear.
We had several fist fights.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it got pretty chippy out there throughout the week.
Well, then that's a good sign that the energy level did not drop off. And one of the good things about a bye week as well is, you take some nicks and bruises along the way.
Yeah.
So how's Clay Chalkville looking? We're thankful it doesn't seem the injury bug has visited Clay.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, knock on wood,
Yeah.
absolutely. How is the team looking health-wise?
Yeah, we've had a couple of young running backs get kind of banged up, but other than that, we're pretty much healthy everywhere. I think one of the things that we pride ourselves in is we practice in shoulder pads, at least shoulder pads every single day, Monday through Thursday, and we hit every day. We tackle to the ground, and I think your kids get used to that physicality. Obviously as the year goes along, you got to pull back a little bit once they kind of learn how to practice. But we hit every day, and I think that's just the mentality that our kids have.
I've noticed that I've got to watch a couple of practices. I tend to kind of sneak in and see what's going on. And you're right. They are going if not 100, 110. So that all I can say is, what's the old saying? All gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
From 2014. So yeah, it's definitely that. Now, during the bye week, obviously, it's another opportunity for the position coaches to really dig in. And how are the position coaches taking those opportunities to kind of really get down in there with those guys?
Yeah, I thought we just kind of, looked at ourselves internally, tried to see where, when we self-scout ourselves, there were definitely some things offensively that were, very glaring. Like, some formations were heavy run, some formations maybe heavy pass, things like that. And then we just spent some time looking at other, things that other people do that we could incorporate into what we're already doing.
Right, because I know, you always put a scout team out there and keeping their heads in it over that extended period of time, keeping those guys focused. How do they go about with the training, the weight room, and everything else, and making sure that energy stays up?
Yeah, I think with the scout team, especially in the off week, you do allow a little bit more time for them to scrimmage, one-on-one, that JV team. So you kind of make room for that as well. We try to, in the weight room, push them as hard as we possibly can. So they were pretty close to, I guess, 90% last week in the weight room on their sets. So pretty close to what they would max. So it was a heavy lifting week last week. There's really not a drop off, honestly.
And speaking of the young guys, they've had opportunities to get a lot of time. how are they coming along? You know, obviously, you know, you have your varsity and your senior players. How are the young guys come along and they're taking advantage of that extended time to really hone in and study what's going on?
Yeah, I think we've done a real, you know, I wanted to say this maybe last week or the week before, but I think our coaches have done a really good job of just developing kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've got some that are good, you know what I mean, and they're naturally good, but we try to improve on what they already can do. But we've taken, you know, like Kumar, for instance, when he was on here, he's a kid that has just been in the program for 4 years and that has been developed over that 4-year period to where, you know, he's playing good ball now as a senior. He's kind of waited his time, and he's developed into a pretty good player. But, you know, super proud of our JV guys. You know, we tried something new this year in JV. We've played all 9th graders in the first half of the JV game. And then in the second half, we play like the real JV, you know, the old 10th graders that are on the varsity. But and we've done really well just with that formula. So very, very proud of them.
And that's good to know that they're getting that work. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things. And if you're going to build a program, you know, you got to have your young players getting that time, and that's critical. There's a lot of teams out there where it's, you know, the varsity, there's a lot of focus on that, and they're just waiting. You kind of that next man up mentality that you'll get here to get there. But at Clay Chalkville, it's, hey, you're here. You're going to start working as if you are there.
Right.
And be ready when you arrive.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that we do, you know, a lot of people don't do it this way, but when we break down film, like, for instance, against Thompson, our offensive coaches would break down Thompson's offense. And that way we put everything into our terminology. And so we're not out there really drawing cards. We put everything in a language that's our language. And so the kids are constantly hearing our verbiage the whole year. Even though it's Thompson's offense or Shades Valley's offense, they're hearing it in our language. And that way they learn it a lot better like that.
And that's pretty interesting. That's an interesting approach. You know, that's not something you hear about all the time. I can't say whether it's unique to us or anybody else does it that way, but that is definitely an interesting approach, and I can see where the advantages are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you know, if the offensive coaches were just going to break down Thompson's defense, there's kind of a language barrier there between, you know, our defensive coaches and what we may call it. You know what I mean? So you want everybody to be on the same page. And then a lot of times if you're breaking down, you know, the other defense, from my perspective, a lot of times you start watching it. You know what I mean? And when you're inputting data, you're not really watching it. You're just inputting data. There's a time to watch it later, but when we're breaking it down and putting all the data into Huddle, we split it up and do opposite because you're not really watching it.
And fans, you know, you're getting an inside look of what it takes and everything that goes into the Clay Chalkville program. A lot of people don't realize, you know, the time and the effort that the coaches really put into this. And I can tell you firsthand, I've been up there in that meeting room, you know, wee hours into the night.
Yeah,
wee hours into the night. You can eat a lot of tacos during that time. We've been there, done that. So it's great to hear that how it's developed and taking advantage of technology doing that. So reaching out, to those kids and getting them in there like that sounds like they're pretty amped up, especially with the week that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, our kids, they know what this is. I mean, this is we told them this is a big boy game. This is why you play at Clay Chalkville, playing games that matter. There's a lot of people that would love to be in this type of game, you know, with the atmosphere and everything that's, on the line with this game. A lot of kids would love to be at a place that has a reputation of we have a chance to win every game we play. So we talk to our kids about that, like, pressure, this isn't pressure, but it's a privilege to have that kind of pressure. You know what I mean? So for our kids and for us to be in these type games, good on good, best on best, we love this. This is what it is because, at the end of the day, whether you win or lose, if you win, great, you beat a great team. But if you lose, you know where your issues are because if you don't play well, they'll expose your flaws pretty quick. And so it's just a good measuring stick of where we're at currently. But, told our kids, this isn't the most important game to us, of our life. It's just the next game. It's a great opponent. But we've got region games down the road that are more important to me than anything. But obviously you want to win this game because it's got ramifications statewide.
Well, you're absolutely right, Coach, and he's hitting on it. They're about to get into the gauntlet or the meat of the schedule as they get into some tough region opponents. But first up, Thompson is up next. Folks, we'll be right back with the Big Clay Coaches Show. Hang in there with us. We'll be back in a few.
Walk-ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the walk-on's way.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick style burgers from Milo's. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Meet Joy Johnson with Town Square Realty, your ultimate guide to real estate success. When selling or purchasing a home, using a trusted realtor matters. With experience and a passion for helping clients, Joy delivers personalized service tailored just for you. As a realtor, she'll be there to help navigate every step of the process. From market insights to negotiation skills, Joy Johnson ensures you get the best value for your property. You'll benefit from the expert help she provides. Ready to start your real estate journey? Let's make it happen together. Call Joy Johnson today and turn your real estate dreams into reality. Joy Johnson, putting the joy in real estate and making real estate dreams come true.
Cougars keeping it on the ground. Half adjust in the air. They'll do it and go again. Rise pass is complete to Kamara Robinson. And that's going to be a Brett Rogers, Keller Williams Realty first down for the Cougars. All right, welcome back to the Big Clay Coaches Show, coming to you right here from Trussville, Alabama. And if you happen to hear a lot of beeping and stuff in the background, they're repaving Highway 11. So I just figured I'd let you guys know that in case you wonder what's going on in the background. I am here with two of our great coaches. One of them you all have already met, that's Jake Helverson. But who is this guy? Who are you?
I'm Andrew Dickerson. I'm the tight ends coach.
Tight ends coach. Well, welcome to the Big Clay Coaches Show.
Thank
We
you.
always let everyone introduce themselves. How you doing, Coach Helverson?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So, this is a big week for Clay Chalkville. We get on the road, head down 459 and turn down in Alabaster and head to Thompson again. Always competitive contest, no matter what time we've faced them. Tough opponent. But you two have history with Thompson. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
So what was your role at Thompson?
I coached the freshman team last year. I was defensive coordinator for them, and I helped with the linebackers on the varsity on Friday nights. So I was actually, both of us have spent time over at Thompson, but I was actually kind of uniquely just one in position to be on the sideline for the loss to Clay Chalkville last year. So, hoping to be on the sideline of the winning team this year.
Well, we'll have to see what's going to happen. I think if I flip the quarter, it might stand on its end. So Coach Helverson, what was your role at Thompson?
From 16 to 19, I coached the defensive side of the ball. Been at outside linebacker as well as D-line and inside backers. Different points when different guys were hired, I'd transition to different positions along the defensive side.
So you're definitely very much aware of that program and how it works. Do you see any similarities between Thompson and Clay Chalkville as programs go?
I think so. Obviously, what Mark and his staff have done there over the last several years has been, made a premier program, one of the premier programs in the state, and can't deny what they've got with their facilities and just the competitiveness that they instill each and every day. And I see that here at Clay Chalkville too, and what we're accomplishing and how we go about our business and the things we make priorities and how we handle our business each day in and day out, which is what makes a good program, not just a good team, but a good program, so that you have success each and every year.
Yeah, and that's great that's we've got that happening. I'm gonna bounce to Coach Dickerson right quick because you're here at Clay and you're coaching the tight ends here as well.
Right.
Now tight ends. A lot of people outside of Travis Kelce, most people don't think of a tight end.
Right.
But they are extremely important. They're a lot of times they're that release valve. Not just blocking. What's your approach in dealing with the tight ends over here at Clay?
Well, and like you said, tight ends are very important, but especially to our offense, because our tight ends do a lot of different things. We'll move them out wide. They'll hand in the ground, be a true attached tight end. Sometimes they'll be like an H-back, as people call it these days, where they're insert like an old school fullback blocking. So there's a lot of different things they got to do. A lot of different skills. I kind of tell them we're sort of part-time offensive linemen and part-time receivers. So just kind of finding the balance between those worlds. And in my mind, I'm obviously more on the offensive line. If we're leaning one way or the other, we're going to learn to run block first. And then we can learn to go catch balls. But we got to be able to do both.
There you go. Now, and speaking of offensive line and being an extra offensive lineman, Thompson has this 4-star sitting over there. And he's pretty doggone efficient. I've been watching some Thompson video, and so he can bring it. How do you approach your tight ends, knowing, hey, here's what you're getting ready to go up against?
Well, I mean, I make no bones about it, and I tell him the truth. This guy, he's good. He's very good. He's 6'7", probably pushing 6'8". It's a very long and rangy. It's one of those deals where you're not going to be able to halfway do anything this week. You're going to have to put the work in. But at the same time, I don't think anybody's just unstoppable. I don't think anybody out there. I have faith in my guys. I think they can go out there and make it happen. I really do. I think they can do what they need to do and get the job done.
Now, Coach Helveston, Thompson, they played against Vestavia last week, and they were pretty effective running the ball. And they got a quarterback that a few people have heard of sitting back there as well that can, fairly decent, slinging it under pressure. What has been your approach as you prepare for Thompson this week, getting the defense ready?
Well, just understanding the different concepts they like to do out of certain formations, and then just keep being ourselves in what we're doing. I think we have done a good job maintaining gap integrity against the run, which has allowed us to be successful so far this year. And if we just continue to make sure that we do that along those lines, everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah, and how does your defense, your defensive front? One of the things, and like I said, I was watching some of Thompson's film, is, and anybody that wants to run the ball effectively, you want to play a little bit of bully ball. You want to try to grind that defensive front out and then try to get into that second level where the linebackers become way more involved, which could possibly open it up against the middle, open up, the slants and everything else. How do you talk to your front four, which I know, sometimes it may be three or maybe we do a lot of stunts and shifts, to not get caught up and get kind of just pushed around?
Well, in everything that we do, I want them to understand why they fit there and what's the purpose of it. So, for example, when we get into a four-man front, why do you need to maintain this gap? Why do you need to squeeze harder here than as opposed to if I call this, stunt? And we've got great teachers on our side of the ball. Our defensive staff make sure they know every rhyme and reason of why they're attacking the way they're attacking, whether it's upfield more on this play or whether you're squeezing harder on this play. And so when we see a team that, is trying to get that push on us, we just got to understand, go back to our fundamentals of why I need to maintain discipline here. Because the moment I peek and try to do something I'm not supposed to do, that's when it opens up. And you can see against Vestavia, they had a guy slip in a certain situation. They busted a big long run because they weren't able to maintain gap integrity because the guy slipped. So, again, guys understand where they fit behind. And, again, our D-line does a great job of keeping our linebackers clear path to run and fit the alley. And they've been able to do a great job so far and try to replicate that again on Friday.
And, Coach Dickerson, you mentioned run support. Obviously you got, number 15 back there. They switched jerseys. See, I always get messed up with that. Josh and Aaron in the back there. Right. So, obviously, that run support is important. And Thompson does a good job of stopping the run as well. In working with the line coach, what is the intent? Hey, guys, we have got to run that ball to kind of not only, set up the pass, but to make sure we have solid pass protection.
Right. I think it's always the intent. It's always important every game to establish a running game. Because as you just mentioned, it sets up everything in the passing game. It's kind of, and I think it's just our team this year is more how we're built. We're built as a run-first team. So whether we're playing Thompson or anybody, my message this week has been I'm not downing them in any way. I'm not trying to tell you they're something they're not, because they are, they're, so you put it, one of the top programs, 7A in the state. So they're legit, but we're not scared of anybody at the same time. We're going to do what we do and establish the run, and we're not afraid. So, I guess that's kind of been my message to our tight ends this week, and working with Coach Hatcher in the offensive line as well. And he's kind of had the same mentality of this is who we are, this is what we do, and we don't care who's lining up in front of us. We have our technique, and we're going to be sound in what we do, and that's going to help us.
Well, I can definitely feel your energy, and so that's a great thing, because that translates to the players. And, obviously last year on ESPN, eyeballs everywhere, and I hazard to say ESPN or non-ESPN, there's a lot of eyeballs on this game because especially of how it went last year in front of a national audience. Definitely going to have the attention of the state of Alabama based on what I'm hearing in the bushes. What do you do as coaches to let your players know it doesn't matter who's watching, doesn't matter where the cameras are, get your lunch pail and go to work?
Well, we've tried to just put it, it's the next game, regardless of the situation. Obviously, you respect all, that you don't fear anybody. But going up against a team like Thompson, you understand that both of these teams, we were both in the state championship game in 7A and 6A last year. Both had been two great games the last 2 seasons we've seen each other in the regular season. And it's a good barometer. It's a good test for both of us, I think. We put the quote up on our board when we're doing the weights. You don't pray for an easy life. You pray for God to help you through. You pray for God to give you the strength to push through a difficult one. And so you want those tests because I think that helps you. And that's what's great about the game of football. These guys learn lessons through adversity. You don't learn it when things are handed to you and are easy. All right. I mean, why are those first games in college called cupcakes? Because they're supposed to be easy. We don't want cupcakes. We want to learn from the adverse situations, and I think you get that with 2 great programs, 2 great teams this season, and they'll be able to test each other, which I think will make both teams better as they head down the rest of the season. Because I know their goal is always to win a state championship and be in a state championship game, as is ours. So.
Well, I couldn't have said it better because that's right. That road is about to get real narrow as we get into the meat of our season. So let's hear it for our 2 coaches right here, Jake Helveston and Andrew Dickerson. Great coaches. Glad to have them aboard at Clay Chalkville. We'll be right back with the Big Clay Coaches Show right here in Trussville, Alabama.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Meet Joy Johnson with Town Square Realty, your ultimate guide to real estate success. When selling or purchasing a home, using a trusted realtor matters. With experience and a passion for helping clients, Joy delivers personalized service tailored just for you. As a realtor, she'll be there to help navigate every step of the process. From market insights to negotiation skills, Joy Johnson ensures you get the best value for your property. You'll benefit from the expert help she provides. Ready to start your real estate journey? Let's make it happen together. Call Joy Johnson today and turn your real estate dreams into reality. Joy Johnson, putting the joy in real estate and making real estate dreams come true.
Hey everybody, I am Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars, here with head coach Stuart Floyd and Landon Maynard of Walk On Sports Bistro here in Trussville, Alabama. We want to announce something super exciting. I'm going to turn it over to Coach Floyd to let you know exactly what that is.
Yeah, we want to announce our brand new coaches show that will be filmed every Tuesday night live here at Walk-Ons in Trussville.
And we're going to be discussing the game, the players, exciting plays, and the season outlook and the goings-on in 6A R6 and all the happenings of your defending state champion Clay Chalkville Cougars.
Us here at Walk-Ons Trussville, very excited about this coaching show and being a part of the Clay team. So we want to offer a 15% off discount on food to all of Cougar Nation. Just make sure to wear your Cougar colors. Tell the server about you supporting Clay, and we'll be sure to give you that discount.
Yeah, so come join us every Tuesday night for the Big Clay Coaches Show live here at Walk-Ons in Trussville. And as always,
go Cougar!
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick style burgers from Milo's.
Everybody goes to Milo's. Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
All right, welcome back to the Big Clay Coaches Show right here from Walk On Sports Bistro here in Trussville, Alabama, right off of Highway 11. Fans, I've got someone that is special to the Clay Chalkville family, special to me. We go way back. I have known this young man, oh gosh, going like, seems like 30 years maybe. So,
how old am I?
I don't know, but we're glad to have him. Ryan Christmas, glad you're here.
Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it, man.
He is the team chaplain for your Clay Chalkville Cougars. And Ryan, you have literally watched Clay Chalkville grow up. I'm just going to turn it over to you and tell me about tell us about your history and how you've came along, not only as a member of the community in Clay and the Cougar family, but how you came up through the ministry and became the team chaplain.
Yeah, absolutely, Fred. Thank you again for having me, man. I graduated from Clay in 2004, and so that's a long time ago, but I have a firsthand experience. These guys always talk about how special of a place it is, and, man, it really is. It really is a special place, and so I got to experience that as a student and then left and went to the University of Alabama for college, and, man, I had no intention whatsoever of really coming back ever, but, the Lord works in funny ways, and so after college, he redirected my path to ministry full-time and really changed some career focuses and things like that, and so I ended up at North Park Baptist Church on Deerfoot, which is where I am now, which is probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles from Cougar Stadium and from Clay Chalkville High School. And so, at the time, our student ministry, it still is, was super connected with Clay Chalkville football. And so, whoever was the student pastor there was just kind of stepped into that chaplain role. And so, I took over as student pastor in 2011 or 12.
Yeah, I think Sam Hallman was handling it.
Well, Sam Hallman was there for a while, and then Stephen Hall was there for a while as well. And so I took over after him and got connected with the team. And I was telling the guy, the first week I talked, I think this is year 12 or 11 or 13 or somewhere in there. So, man, it's been a long journey since then. I'm still at North Park. I'm not the student pastor anymore. I'm associate pastor in a missions role, but I still get to be connected.
All right,
with
man.
these
Let me
guys.
shake in on that one. Awesome.
Yeah, I guess. Still get to be connected with these guys. I mean, I just love every minute of it. It's a highlight for me throughout the week, and getting to go to practice or getting to hang out with them on Fridays. And, man, made some great connections with a lot of the coaches throughout the years. And, again, just been a really fun journey.
And that's, of course, our family were members of North Park for a long time, and watching your growth and your maturation process was amazing. As a matter of fact, sometimes you actually helped me stay out of trouble because I was down. It was 85 Studio 85Z and then 12 and 35.
Yeah.
So how is your experiences and your process and your spiritual experiences? How do you translate that to the team and be there for those guys? Hey, when they just need a voice to talk to.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely, that's a great question. I mean, I tell people, I love being around the football team. I love getting to see the football side of it. I know very little about the X's and O's of football or evaluating talent. But at the end of the day, man, life comes at us all, and we walk through hard seasons. We walk through great seasons of success, and not football-wise, but just life-wise. And so one of the reasons I love being around these guys, I think they keep me grounded in a lot of ways. They kind of help me get out of just the church world and help me get out and be around some different people. But also, things happen throughout the year. I recently had a kid whose grandmother had passed away, and he came up and said, "Hey, man, I'm just struggling. You just pray for me." And so it was a chance just to pray over that kid and invest in him, and that different things like that will happen throughout the season. And so I just try my best when I'm at practice or at games. I try to find kids that I get to connect with and build a relationship with, and then as they need things throughout the year, whether that be prayer or investment or whatever, just try to do that to the best of my ability. And then every Friday at pregame meal, I get to share just a brief, quick word with the guys and just kind of an encouragement. We have there's a whole host of guys that are investing spiritually, other pastors, and we have an FCA connection now, and so these guys are prayed over often. They're invested in often, outside of just the football side. We always talk about we want these guys to become great men, great family men, and great career guys later on in life, and that's just part of it. So that for me, that's how it is. Just find guys that I can invest in throughout the year, and then as life hits, be there to pray for them or encourage them or celebrate with them, whatever it may be.
All right. Well, North Park has always been a great supporter of Cougar football, and if you don't know where 5700 Deerfoot Parkway is, they would love for you guys to come and visit them on a Sunday, where you'll find Ryan putting in that work. And the church has really wrapped their arms around Clay Chalkville football over the years. And you're right. The Cougars, we are blessed. We've had a number of churches pour in to the team. How do you partner with that, partner with the other churches to make sure, hey, we're all pouring in together, and we're all here together for all the players?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, for us, it's about investment, and you're right. We've been fortunate to wrap. The North Park is a church. I always say it's a church of some of the most incredible people I've ever met. There's just special people there. It's a special place to be, and I've been there for 14 years, and one of the things that embodies those people is it's just loving community. And so they love their community. They love the church community, but also the greater community. And so for us as a church, we've got some key tenets that we want to be about. We want to be a biblical teaching church. We want to be gospel-centered. We have a pastor with a huge heart for disciple making. And, all those things are key to us. But one of those things is we want to be community-centered. We want to be involved in our community. And we want to be in the schools. We want to be in the teams. We want to be a place where principals know who we are and administration knows who we are. And I think we're working. We've accomplished that in a lot of ways, and we're working toward that. But yeah, for us, it's just about coming alongside of coaches and administrators and just helping resource wherever we can. Giving them a platform to ask. We can't always say yes, but we want to be a place where we can be partners in our community with the greater work that's happening there.
Well, I'm definitely going to give Pastor Bill Wilkes a shout-out on that one. A great man, good friend. And, a great friend, actually, I'm a wrong adjective there, great friend. And we certainly appreciate him letting, us have you as our team chaplain. I don't know if it would just seem odd to me if I looked down there and didn't see you on the sideline. Usually you're the first one to greet me and the last one to see me. Because I get wrapped up with the band, so that for me that's actually pretty awesome in itself. Because having watched you grow up and becoming not only the man but the great family member of the Cougar Nation. So I just want to thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
I love you, brother.
Yeah, thank you for everything.
And tell Mom and Dad I said hi. How are they doing?
They're doing great, man. They're there every Friday night. They love the Cougars just as much as anybody. So some storm games, rain games, I try to tell them, hey, you can stay at home at this one. We've got a
Bob
great
ain't staying home.
No, he's not staying home.
Bob is not staying. Now Mom might look at Bob and tell
me, but they're there, week in and week out. They love Clay Chalkville as well. So.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, fans, we're going to be right back with the Big Clay Coaches Show. Give it up for Ryan Christmas, our team chaplain. We'll be right back.
Walk-ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the walk-on's way.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick-style burgers from Milo's.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
All right, welcome back to the Big Clay Coaches Show. And yes, wait a minute.
What's
We
that?
got a share? We got a share? That's a 12. Now look, I've seen you eat, so I better get in this right now. Let me just get this part out of the way here.
Cheers.
Cheers, that's right.
Yep. That's how you eat a chicken wing. Special.
I'm not wanting to leave anything on the bone.
It's so good. All right.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. While I'm eating, obviously it's a big week, and we're getting ready for Thompson. Your mindset as the head coach, obviously, I mentioned it earlier. We played Thompson over the years. Always tough, hard-hitting contests.
Yeah.
Last week, not last week, but last year, ESPN, all kinds of hoopla. This year, it's really the same thing, even though ESPN's not there. A lot of eyeballs on this game. As a head coach, how do you prepare yourself and your staff for a game like this?
I think any coach that's got any kind of competitive spirit about them looks forward to these type games. I think you test yourself as a coach, just getting the kids prepared, coming up with a good game plan. Some things that you can get away with in certain games, you can't get away against them. And so every T's got to be crossed, every I's got to be dotted. Kids got to be really in tune to what you're doing, because every rep counts, every snap in that game counts. You go back and look at last year's game. It was just a street fight is really what it was. But we were really proud of our kids last year. We get down 14 in the first quarter, come back and tie it. We get down 14 again in the third quarter, and it rolled into the fourth quarter. And then we just, finished the game at the end of it. We came back, tied it up, went ahead by 10, which is crazy. I think it was 10. And then they obviously made a little push to come back. They're not ever going to just give up and quit, So these are one of those teams you have to physically beat them, all the way to the very end.
Yeah, and so as you get ready for a game like this, obviously people tend to see this as the game of the season. But as you mentioned earlier, there's regional contests coming up, and right after Thompson, the first big one being Mountain Brook.
Yeah.
How do you get your players prepared that, hey, we not only got to deal with Thompson, and you got to be ready for that. Well-coached, disciplined team, talent all over the field. But, guys, we've had our off week. Now we got to really push the mountain.
Yeah, I think, just kind of the way I've captured it is, Thompson, this is a good contest for us for the first half of the season. You know what I mean? This is game 5, and so just kind of dividing that season into really 2 seasons. So this is really the end of the first season, game 1 through 5, and that'll kind of let us know where we're at. And then you've got basically the second half of the season, game 6 through 10 coming up. And so for us, it's really just separating those 2, and this is kind of the final one for this season, and then we'll worry about the next season next week.
So how's the team feeling? They're coming off the bye week, and they're going straight into something big. What is the temperature of the boys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's no lull here because you know what you're going up against. Everybody's looking forward to this game, excited about this game. And it's just you got 2 teams that are, we think that are championship caliber teams on both ends. And so really it's a welcome contest because you know what you're getting on both sides, and once a lot of teams are scared to play a Thompson or a Clay Chalkville or whoever, you know what I mean? And so you kind of get that out of the way of, we're not going to face anybody that's probably better than them throughout the rest of the year. So there's nothing there to worry about, you know what I mean? And so we can't let, fear of playing this team or that team dictate, who we are and what we do. So I look forward to this game. Like I said, it's a big boy matchup. It's a fist fight for 4 quarters is what it is on both sides. So we welcome that.
Well, one thing I know, Coach, is that, you and your staff, you treat every opponent like they're a dangerous opponent.
Yeah.
As any given Friday night, lightning can strike, a tree may fall, whatever it is, you prepare the same way week in and week out. Records mean absolutely nothing when it comes time to put in that work. What, coming out of this game, what do you hope to see out of the Cougar family as far as the players, coaches, coming out of this week with this one big one coming out?
Yeah, I think, we talked about it today, out of 100%, I'd say 75 of it's probably knowing what to do. And then the other 25 is you being in the right spot and actually making that play when you get there, and kind of arriving with bad intentions when you get there. So really just being in tune with what the game plan is on both sides, really all 3 phases, because, when you play championship caliber teams, you got to be good in all 3 phases. You can't have any slip up anywhere. And so, we early in the year we had, mistakes where we would, have personal fouls or penalties or, extend drives for other teams. You can't do that with this team because they'll make you pay for it.
Absolutely. And talking with Coach Elviston and Coach Dickerson, they've got a lot of talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Being the offensive mind that you have been through the years, the thing is just sticking to me. These wings are delicious.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like a glue trap. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to get caught by a few more of them shortly.
Yeah.
From the offensive standpoint, you look at Thompson's defense. They got a 4-star defensive end that is very, very disruptive.
Yeah.
They like to get off the ball. But, and I was watching film of them against Vestavia, against some of the other opponents. What do you see offensively? What are key things that, the Cougars need to focus on in dealing with Thompson?
Yeah, we're probably just going to throw the ball deep most of the time on them. No, I'm kidding. They're good up front. They got about 7 or 8 guys up front. They rotate on the D-line. They're very well coached in the front with their hands. They use their hands really well, hold their gap very well. a lot of cross facing, that kind of thing. So you gotta be pretty heavy, when you're working double teams, that kind of stuff. Linebackers are very good. Both in the box are very good players. The guy that plays outside, I think he's a sophomore, but he's super athletic, good-looking kid. And obviously, in secondary, you got Fagans, and you got some other kids that have played. So, they're good on all three levels. I mean, I wouldn't say there's a glaring weakness on any level. It's just, can you keep the game close, and you know what I mean, in the fourth quarter, and be within striking distance or be ahead, and just see which one wears out first. That's all it is.
Yeah, because over the last few weeks, you watched Thompson, and Vestavia was able to get up on them, but they couldn't hold on.
Yeah.
And so that tells you the kind of team that Thompson is, because Vestavia is very scrappy, and obviously we've got them at the end of the season.
Yeah, Vestavia is a well-coached team. I think they the score really wasn't indicative of how it ended. Vestavia was right there. I think they were leading at halftime, getting after them pretty good. And then at some point, Thompson decided, hey, we're just going to run the ball until you can stop us, and they had a lot of success with that. But, at the end of the day, when you're playing Thompson, you better have some people that can run. You know what I mean? And we got guys that can run. So that's really the only difference.
Well, here comes the fun part of the evening. This is where I kind of get into my question of the evening. You mentioned earlier that you got the grass cut. And that's good because you were able to get that done.
Yep.
Did you work on your rock, paper, scissors?
I actually played Kumar today and won. No, that was yesterday. I think I lost today. But I did beat him yesterday.
Are you at 500% yet?
I've beat him way more times than he's beat me.
I'm just checking, Coach.
No, my resume speaks for itself.
Well, look, I'm not a rock, paper, scissors champ by any stretch of the measure, so I don't even want to test that one because I would just embarrass myself. Well, we're super excited about the upcoming game. Obviously everybody, antsy with the bye week. I do have a message for you, though, because I went out to Leeds Friday night, and some guys you might be familiar with, and they told me to pat you on the back and say hello.
Okay.
So
I feel like there was more behind that than that.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into all of that.
Yeah.
But, they just spoke very highly of you and wanted to wish you the best.
Oh, okay.
So just want to pass that on. And we're glad to have you because you belong to us now. So, and we're not letting you go, just so you know.
Well, appreciate it.
Because I think I promised you 7 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think I'll hang around a little bit longer.
Okay.
And learn how to play rock, paper, scissors.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, I'll take you on right now.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right. Well.
Ah!
That's one.
Oh, you want to go best 2 out of 3?
It's best out of 3.
Oh, good, great.
There we go. Oh. Oh, he got it.
I got you. There you go. All right, fans. Be there at Thompson High School this Friday at 7 p.m. as your Cougars travel down I-459 and 65 south to Alabaster to take on the Thompson Warriors. This one is, as always, it's going to be a hard-hitting contest, and we look forward to a great game. Hope to come out with a victory on that one. So, as always, we thank you. Make sure you hit that like button, ring that bell. Good night. God bless each and every one of you, and go Cougars!
Can't believe I lost.
Walk-ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. and hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs,